today we got something for the beginners. So if you're just starting your guitar journey, I've been playing too long, this is a great lesson for you where you're going to learn how to create music, how to strum and arpeggiate. I'm going to go over in this lesson some strum patterns and how to get you strumming in time very easily, how to change it up with arpeggiating, playing the notes like I was doing in the intro there, one at a time, and combining that with strumming. We're going to learn that. We're going to learn some easy chords, big sounding lush chords that you can play with only 2 fingers. This is so easy and fun. I'm doing this on acoustic. This is a Taylor GS5 acoustic, but you could do the same thing on electric. It doesn't matter. Okay, let me show you the chords that we're using in this lesson. This is the 9th fret right here. Okay, and the first chord is this B add 4 over A. Don't let these names intimidate you either. We're just going to use our first and our second fingers for all these chords. Now, notice the thumb for all these, except the last one, is going to slightly go over, mute the low E string. We don't want to hear that string ring. Everything else, all 5 strings you want to ring. So second finger on the D string, 9th fret, first finger on the 8th fret. Everything else, open A, open B, and open E. Isn't that a beautiful full lush chord? My other fingers are not like flying out here. They're in nice and tight. And no low E string. Then just take that and move it down 2 frets or a whole step. That's our next chord. That's an A add 9 chord. Okay, there's a good shot of that. I'm going to get my other fingers out of the way. So all it is just sliding, right? I'm not picking my hand up. I'm not taking my hand off the guitar neck. Keep your fingers as close to the neck as possible at all times. Never come out of this cluster. You want to stay in nice and tight in this cluster. Next chord, first and second fingers are then going to go to an A minor 9 chord. Again, open A string, open B, open high E, and this is just first finger on the 5th fret on the D string, second finger right underneath it on the 5th fret G string. A minor 9. And all that changes is just switch the position of the first and second finger. Notice too how I'm sliding them. I'm not taking my hand off, putting them back in the cluster, right? It's just I'm sliding, keeping everything real tight to the fretboard. Then just take that, those 2 fingers, slide them all the way down to the 2nd fret. And then, similarly like we were doing here, we're going to jump up to the A string and put our second finger on the A string, 3rd fret, first finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, everything else open, no low E string, open high E, B, and G. This is C major 7. Right? And then the last chord, just take that chord and move it up on the strings. Don't put your hand apart to go right back together again. And this chord is 3rd fret on the low E string with our second finger, first finger on the 2nd fret on the A string. Everything else open, D, G, B, and E. That's a G6 chord. That's all the chords we're using. And just practice those changes, right? Practice going back and forth. Big sounding chords with just the first finger and the second finger. That's it. Real easy strum pattern at first, and then I'll show you some variations that you could do on the pattern to make it sound more interesting. Down, down, up, down, up. That's the pattern we'll use at first. And we're going to use that, and I'm going to show you how to start easily arpeggiating based off of strum patterns. So all it is down, down, up, down, up. 2 downs, down, down, up, down, up. Remember, we don't want to do this. There's no rhythm there. That's straight 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... See, there's no rhythm there. Remember, the rhythm is in the rests. When we put in this repeated series of rests where we're taking downs or upstrokes out of the pattern, and then repeating it. And that's what gives music its life's blood, right? That's what gives it its rhythm. See, we're going down, down. We're leaving out that upstroke. Down, down, up, down, up. If I just hold the strings, down, down, up, down. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. an eighth note feel. If you want the count, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down, up. So all you do at first is just take that progression and just at first we'll just do 2 times through the progression on each chord and go through the whole thing. See how you like it. It'll sound like this. Down, down, up. Change. Maybe just go back and forth between those two at first. Hear that A string ringing? And the open B and E. We're just sliding our fingers. We're not even really moving them, just sliding them down. Let's go to the A minor 9. To the A sus2. C major 7. And on that G6, right? These are just 2 finger chords. That's all we're doing. You know, just practice sliding them, keeping them together. Remember, never pull your hand away from the fretboard and keep your fingers in that same cluster, the same position. Don't take your hand apart. Never pull it apart just to put it right back together. Always close to the fretboard. Glide your fingers on the strings, right? Keep your fingers cupped. Not pinky or other fingers way out here, in tight. That's good change mechanics. We have our beautiful kind of open sounding chords. Okay, once you get that, let's come up with some variations that we can do on that strum pattern. Real easy to maybe, like I was doing in the intro, getting some strumming and some arpeggiating together. Don't let it intimidate you. Very easy. All we're going to do is we'll do something like this. And again, we'll start with this B add 4 over A. And again, remember our pattern. Down, down, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, up. So all we're going to do is this. On the 2 up strokes, down, down, up, up. Instead of hitting the whole chord, just hit the high E and then the B string. Down, up. So you know the pattern already, so it's easy to arpeggiate because you're just, and you'll stay in time because you're just, instead of strumming, you're arpeggiating or playing the notes one at a time, right? Creating all kinds of cool melodies, right? So check it out. Down, down, arpeggiate, arpeggiate, down, up. See, it throws in a little different sound, and anytime you could switch things up, make it sound a little different, anytime you vary it, it's going to create a little bit more interest, different. You could do them both, like first time around, full strum, next time, on the next chord, see how I'm arpeggiating, mix them up, try it on each chord. You have that high E and the B string ringing. I'm doing the same pattern. Down, down, arpeggiate, arpeggiate, down, up. Arpeggiate, arpeggiate, down, up. See how you can create these interesting little melody lines doing the same basic thing. Down. This is such a great exercise to get you moving around the neck, to get you hearing different sounds, to get you strumming different rhythms. And these are the kinds of exercises that you want to do to help you sound musical. Take these notes, these chords, and doing musical things with them, right? One other thing you could try too is once you get that down is instead of doing any strumming, just do straight arpeggiating, where we're not going to play the whole chord, all the notes together. We're going to play like, right? Now, the first thing I do there is I'm playing a little pattern, and I'll tell you exactly what the pattern is, but you could create your own pattern. And it doesn't even have to be that precise. And I know at first you're going to have to look, and I'm like not looking when I do it, not just because I've been playing a long time and it's easy, you'll get there too. The first thing I'm doing there is I'm playing the open A string. Then I'll just give you the strings I'm playing. I'm holding this B add 4 over A. Coming up from the B, G, D. And then I'm playing the open A. And then after the open A, I go back to the open A, go to the high and the B string. So real slow. And just do the same thing on the next chord. And then just start coming up with your own patterns. You know, any of them. Leave lots of space, like in that one. You know, come up with anything just that will help you to get comfortable picking the notes individually. Strum it, pick the notes individually, combine the two, strumming and arpeggiating. Oh man, it's endless what you can do.